Have you ever done combatives? Maybe you wrestled in high school. Maybe you've gotten in a fist fight. Who knows? I'm here today to tell you about this man named Jacob, who wrestled with a man all night. This man is a very interesting man, as he is God. Let us read from Genesis chapter 32, starting verse 22. The same night he arose and took his 2 wives, his 2 female servants, and his 11 children, and crossed the ford of Jabbok. He took them and sent them across the stream and everything else that he had. And Jacob was left alone, and a man wrestled with him until the break of day. When the man saw that he did not prevail against Jacob, he touched his hip socket, and Jacob's hip was put out of joint as he wrestled with him. Then he said, "Let me go, for the day has broken." But Jacob said, "I will not let you go unless you bless me." And he said to him, "What is your name?" And he said, "Jacob." Then he said, "Your name shall no longer be called Jacob, but Israel, for you have striven with God and with men, and have prevailed." Then Jacob asked him, "Please tell me your name." But he said, "Why is it that you ask my name?" And there he blessed him. So Jacob called the name of the place Peniel, saying, "For I have seen God's face to face, and yet my life has been delivered." I don't know about you, but I've never gotten in a fight, a physical fight with God. But in our life and in our circumstances, in our emotions, in our just situations within life, we do wrestle with God. We struggle and we strive, and we sometimes have combatives with God. The same way you go into a fight is not the way you come out of a fight. You may know this. But here's the thing. God has never left you, nor has he ever forsaken you in these times. Though we wrestle and we struggle with what God has asked of us, he has always been faithful to us. He has always been there for us. And though we may be changed when we hear the reading of his word, when we apply what he is teaching us to our lives, we are then transformed and changed and made into a new creation. As Matthew said, you must be born again. And this, though you are dead in your transgressions and you are dead in your sin, you are made alive in Jesus Christ. You are now his sojourners, the sons and daughters of God. For those who put their faith and trust in Jesus Christ. Now, does that make it easy? By all means, no. It is a fight. It is wrestling. It is going down to the hardest part of our lives. And you will be changed forever. You might be saying, "Chaplain, I don't even know where I fit into this. I'm not really a Christian. I'm just really kind of struggling and trying to find my place." Well, guess what? You are wrestling with God right now. And by wrestling with God, the way you came in is not the way you're going to come out. He has made a way for you through his Son, Jesus Christ, who died upon the cross of Calvary to pay for our sin and debt. As Romans 3:23 states, we have all sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. And right now you may be wrestling with who this Jesus is. And that's okay. But the way you came in is not the way you will come out. Now you may be saying, "Chaplain, I'm a senior Christian. I've been around for a while. I know the teachings, but I still fall short of the standard, the mark of sin in my life." And that is okay. But it is that constant wrestling with God to show ourselves approved unto him that we are struggling and striving to be more like Christ and more like his teachings, that we continue to be in his image. And I ask you today, as you wrestle with God, have you put your faith and trust in what Jesus Christ has done for you upon the cross of Calvary, paying for your sin and debt, and raising 3 days later, victorious over sin and the grave, to plead your case before God? Put your faith and trust in him. Amen.